Hoodie guy coming back here with another one. Well, someone asked last video or the video before, what would I do with Caspa if Bitcoin went down to 70,000? Well, we'll talk about that in this video. You can see that a lot of $100 million worth of crypto longs liquidated in the past 60 minutes. U.S. plans to finalize trade deal with China before Thanksgiving. You have Dan from the Crypto Capital Venture who's saying that, he thinks that a lot of people are expecting a bear market and this might be the end of this little mini bear market. I know some people have pointed that, fear and greed similar to something that was in April or February when there was lots of, trade uncertainty and those kind of macroeconomic conditions. You can see the Bitcoin is down almost 2% and holding a little over 94,000. And the one thing for me with Caspa that is important is the hash rate. If the hash rate's holding pretty strong, it still gives me confidence. If that starts collapsing, then that's a different scenario. You also see a lot of people talking about how MicroStrategy is selling some of their Bitcoin. From what I've seen, Michael Saylor said they're not. Apparently, maybe it's just moving custody, moving to a different wallet. He said they're buying every day this week. So, they're still way above water in terms of their average buy price, and they're not really trading on leverage the same way. So they don't necessarily, or they're not going to have a margin call like a leverage trader would. But you have things like Harvard here taking a rare leap into Bitcoin with a $443 million bet. It's 20% of their U.S. listed public holdings are the Bitcoin ETF IBIT. You have the Czech central bank buying $1 million worth of Bitcoin and I think stablecoins, dollar-backed stablecoins. Meanwhile, you have basically looks like the most fear we've had in a long, long time. You can zoom back here. I guess you'd have to go back to basically near the bottom of the bear market in 2022, which June wasn't. We were, I guess, October, like kind of November, December was the bottom of the bear market there in 2022. Middle of summer was kind of the bottom of the fear and greed. We're at 11, so we're in extreme fear. So to me, extreme fear is a place that you buy. I guess extreme fear is 9 now, I guess. To me, extreme fear is somewhere that you buy, not somewhere you sell. That's just me personally. If somehow we do go into a bear market here and this is the start of it, we're going down further, and this death cross didn't mark a local bottom where we bounce, then we're just not hitting my price targets. And to know exactly how the market's going to react here, you have some long-term Bitcoin holders realizing profit. Long-term, that's good. You have these super duper cheap Bitcoin now have a larger purchase price. So that's just changing. Then the new guy that bought, he might sell for a slight loss, but he's got a new cost basis. Caspa's holding 61 right now, so it's tough to see it slip from 20s to 30s to 40s to 50s to 60s. So hopefully there's some catalyst that right now it's just going to the market. Like you can see Dash privacy coins up 18%. I didn't even check, but Zcash I thought was maybe around 700. It's up to 717. So Monero's probably doing. Monero's actually down 10%. So not much changes for me really. This type of area I see as accumulation zones. Doesn't mean that it can't go further down. Doesn't mean that we might not go into a bear market, but for me, I'm waiting for prices to go back up when they will. If that was really the way this cycle played out, then there was really no altcoin season, and that would make me consider my altcoin positions. But right now, my altcoins are at a price target where I want to start taking profit. So that's just my personal opinion, random guy on the internet. But, I think there is a good chance that maybe we get this balance. It seems like there's a lot of reasons to think it could happen, but there's also some signals that it could be flashing. And I know crypto currently is waiting to see how the Sunday closes. If we would close above the average. If we're below it, maybe that means things are breaking down. But things can change pretty quick in the crypto market to the upside and downside. So got to play your game. Let me know what you're going to do in the comments. Thanks for watching and have a good day.